Hey everyone, it's Tay here, and I present you Battlefield 4. I definitely wanted to get back on this nostalgic feeling. I haven't played Battlefield 4 in a good while. I think the last time I actually peaked at this game was probably 2020. Battlefield 4 was at, I think, less than $10, and I got it. I took the chance, and plus it was a good deal, and I got it, and played it. I didn't know what to do, but now I'm a pro, I guess, after I just glocked that enemy right there. But honestly, guys, this is just gonna be a nostalgic feeling. Like, don't you ever, like, when you walk and then you suddenly get that hit of breeze with how do I say it? Like a breeze of a smell you had, like that you smelled when you were younger at a young age? Because I know I did. I'll go walk through the mall, at one time, for a moment. Next, I get hit with I just get hit with a smell. Like a smell that's familiar with me from like my childhood, and I'm like, dang, I can't pinpoint this smell. And sometimes I'm like, dang, I can't tell what it is. And that's most of the time, and it sucks because, like, you can't really find that one piece of smell that build up, that build to the moment. Like, for example, when it comes to, like, I grew up with, my grandma cleaning a lot with, Fabuloso. So every time she cleans, that smell is just a nostalgic feeling. It's not like nostalgic like in a good way. It's just a nostalgic, this nostalgic feeling of me like, damn, she's about to clean the floors again. That feeling. And it could be good and bad, but, like, I don't know, like, playing a game, for example, is so different. Like, when I was playing this, I just felt like as if it was 2020 again, but with a bigger monitor and a better Xbox and a way better controller. Back then, I had a Xbox One X that I got from a giveaway from the K104 radio station, and what was it? I had a crappy TV back then that was only 60 hertz, and I had a controller that was bummed out of a left, stick. The left stick couldn't click, so I couldn't tell if I was running most of the time when I was playing games. Besides, if I was looking at them to see how fast they were going. But anyway, like, it was just, I had a crappy setup, and on the video it doesn't look as good, but it's because it's how do I say, it's different compared to how when I play it's 120. For y'all it's like 30 or 60 frames or whatever. But I just, like, playing a game that's so nostalgic just bring the vibes. Like, I was, when I was playing BO2 from the first video, I definitely felt some type of way. But thing is, it didn't feel the same because I usually have my cousins play with me, and playing solo isn't my thing unless I have music in the background, and that's really different. Because playing music in the big 2026 with BO2 is just like it's just a vibe. But playing with your cousins and Grief, it's like, the best thing. But, like, I know a lot of people have different nostalgic reasons, and it's kind of, it doesn't, it just makes me just want to appreciate the times I did have with my, with people I did play with and that are no longer here. Because I used to, when I was younger, I was so competitive, and the people that I used to play with on, games, competitive games I used to play, and now I look at the games that I used to play back then with them, and they're not here, and I'm like, dang, time did go by, and the people that the people who are still here with me, they just grew up and they just don't play the game, because they got a life, and it just makes me just want to, like, relive that moment. And I'm like, damn, like, how come everybody else wants to move on, but with the way life is and the way the economy is, society is, cancel culture and everything in that matter, and stereotypes, like, everything just falls under the same category of why people need to move on. That's how I feel. Like that's just how I see it. But I just think that nostalgic is always, I think people see nostalgic as a good feeling, but I can see how people can interpret it as a bad feeling, because you do not want to get hit with that feeling that you hate the most, and it's like it builds up your childhood. Like, I always hated what was it? I think bell peppers growing up, and I didn't like any type of. I like fruit, or not fruit. I don't even remember. Like, I think it was a vegetable. I don't even remember. I might be the R word, bro. I might be stupid, but I didn't like bell peppers growing up, and I really did not like them. And when I smell them, it reminds me to the time when I was like, yuck. But I can eat bell peppers now. They're really good, and I like them the most. And what was it? I like bell peppers. Like, I think the time I did like them, I think it was 3 years ago, and I'm like, I'm just saying that over and over again. But my reaction to it was just like, oh man, I don't want to try this. But when you grow older, your body changes, your sense of taste changes, and I think that's kind of cool. Growing up, my mom didn't like onions. Well, she didn't like onions at all. That she has an allergy to onions or whatever, and she made me grow up with not wanting to eat onions in front of her. But now, since 17 and I'm almost about to be a grown adult, I eat onions because why not? And I kind of have a nostalgic feeling with onions. Like, it's just nostalgic this, nostalgic that. Like, anything could be that. Food, the moment. What's it called? The weather, like anything. And I don't blame people for trying to relive the moment, but if they're constantly doing it, then I guess it could be a little troublesome, because you don't want to keep reliving the past. You don't want to be stuck in that moment, because I know a lot of people are like me playing Battlefield 4 in 2026. It felt weird because 2020 was just 6 years ago, and I was a 7th grade. Well, I was a 6th grader transitioning to 7th grade, and it was very difficult at the time because COVID, and then I didn't want nobody to die in my family, and nobody did, thank goodness. But it was just like the fact that everything was just going on, and I used to play Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 1 at the time being to cope with my, just to make me calm down, and it did. But thing is, at the same time, I used to live in a house that had thin walls, and the walls were so thin that I couldn't even laugh. And Warzone was popular at the time, and I didn't get to laugh a lot, and I had to be quiet. Now I can scream if I want to, but the thing is, I'm closer to the outside. Like, I have 2 windows next to me, and I don't want to scream because they can hear me. But I just remember the times where I was just so I wasn't a squeaker because I kind of hit puberty a little early, but I was a voice crack. I used to get my voice cracks a lot back then, and it was kind of funny. And I think y'all are noticing how my voice is kind of changing up a little bit. I went from putting so much effort like this until I'm like, dang, I'm more chill. When I'm more chill, I tend to pronounce my words a little better. That's how I think. But when I talk a little too fast, or by putting a little bit more effort into them, I tend to overlap my words and they don't come out as right. But when I stay in the monotone, a monotone way, I tend to be calm and relaxed and say my words right. But I don't sound like I'm happy to do it. And that's also a thing. When I do that, I kind of get, a nostalgic vibe to back then, because back then my mom would yell at me for talking like this, because she would never understand how the way I talk. And so growing up, I had to fake my voice, and so I had to put more effort into it, and I did it for so long that it just became a part of how I talk. And for the YouTube reason, like I used to talk I'm always tired, huh? I guess even during the day when I record, I'm still tired. But when I talk, I always like talk monotone because it's just I prefer it. But like talk, like putting so much effort into my voice to make it sound happy, it's just a habit to the point where like it even affected me trying to start the YouTube channel, kind of, because I think on one of the videos I was just talking away with my ramble. And just like anything could be nostalgic. Like I'm right here recording a video, and I wanted to do this for so long. I remember back then when I was getting intro makers for free on from the App Store on my Google old Android back in the day. Like I feel like I'm in 2018 and 19 or 2020. I feel like I'm in 2018 or 2020 era with making content, because back then I wanted to make videos but I couldn't because I had that hope. Thing is, it wasn't that easy. I didn't really stream. I was kind of antisocial. I didn't like talking to people. It's just, I guess growing up, I just think about how I was back then, just reliving the past. Like I have all these games. Like Xbox has a feature where you can see when you got the games. Like for Battlefield 4, apparently I've been having this game. I've been having this stupid game for, let's see. I've been having it since, oh my god, I'm stupid, yo. Oh my god. Come on. I don't want to wait any longer. File info. I've been having it since June 19th, 2020, and I downloaded it at 1:10 a.m. So on June 19th, I downloaded this game, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get I'm gonna play it. And back then, the reason why it was so late was because of my Wi-Fi took so long to download. It took like 3 hours to download it, and the game's only like 38 gigabytes. So that sucked back then. And now I have better Wi-Fi because I'm financially stable with me and my parents. Back then, it was kind of difficult to get 5G internet. But like anything could be nostalgic. Like I'm just like, maybe you're probably thinking of something nostalgic, a feeling watching someone vent about their, moments of, growing up, how it brings out like a feeling towards them about nostalgic. Like, maybe you watched someone who was like this once, and you're like, man, I remember them. But maybe I'm just creating another, scenario in my head about that. But like, y'all, like, don't feel bad when y'all think of the past and you're like, dang, I missed that. That brings out some vibes. Like, don't be ashamed of it. You shouldn't be ashamed of it, because it's only human for you to think about it. If it's a terrible memory, I get it. You want to forget it, and you don't want to remember it. I respect that, and I salute you for trying to forget, because you can't really forget all the bad stuff that happened to you when you grow up. Like for me, the main thing I got yelled at for was for my handwriting. I know it sounded like it wasn't that much, but getting yelled at while you're a young age was not the best, and I do not like getting yelled at. And also, for example, I don't like getting tickled. I have a personal like reason why I don't like getting tickled. It's because of my stepmother. Well, my step grandma. She I guess she was just tickling me, and she tickled me so much to the point I started crying, and it just got me, and I started crying, and I was laughing, then I cried, and that's how I felt. So I don't like getting, like, my mom, she came and like try to, when she tries to give me an unexpected hug, I always like brush her away, because I'm like, oh shoot, it's like so bad for me, because I can't believe it's gonna affect, it affected a lot of things with having to like for my family members to greet me, because usually they'll hug me unexpectedly. I'm like, oh shoot. But like that's the one thing I don't like, because it's a bad memory that I want to forget. And I know a lot of people, like you the viewer, you want to forget that too, and I don't blame you. Like, forget like memories you don't like, and while they do, they can appear nostalgic. Like if your ground, or if someone of your family member is gonna, you know, clean with, you know, Fabuloso or a cleaning product, and you get that smell, and you're like, dang, such a nostalgic smell that I don't, you know, that I hate. I get that feeling sometimes, but I just embrace it because it was a part of growing up with me. So I might as well not, you know, there's no point of being mad at it. But anyway, guys, I try. Dang, I'm not even that good at my vocals right now because I just got off the game and I was just straight up yelling, like yelling so much because my teammates were a bunch of idiots. But anyway, guys, I see you on the next video. And if you do have any nostalgic feelings, just tell me in the comments and I'll check them out maybe one day. But anyway, guys, hope you had a good, you know, chance to watch this video and, you know, maybe learn from it. But anyway, guys, I talk to y'all and I see you in the next video.